First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is a live look from our ski bowl camera up there on Mount Hood, showing all that snow coming down, which means wintertime is approaching, and we're going to be talking about that just a little bit right now. So again, this is Fox 12 Now. We're live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we do every weekday, starting around 1 p.m. We go throughout the afternoon. We cover a wide range of topics. We're on our YouTube channel. We're at kptv.com, and we're on the Fox 12 Oregon apps. But that is just where you can find all of our stuff. And if you're watching live, then you're joining me right now, because we are going to be joined by Mr. John Legend. Actually, I recorded the interview earlier today, but this is the first time it's ran. So John Legend, the multiple-time Grammy winner, the EGOT winner. If you don't know what that is, it's Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. He's got all those and a Golden Globe. He's going to be in Portland on December 9th at the Moda Center for a John Legend Christmas. He's going to be performing his Christmas songs. He does some talking during it, a lot of things. And we're going to run that interview here right now, where I got to talk to him for about 10 minutes. And I will say, during this interview, towards the end, or maybe during it even, you may see some since I am here in the newsroom, some Fox 12 Oregon fellow employees popping up in the back, maybe some cameos at the very end of this, so watch out for those. But here we go. It's John Legend on Fox 12 Now. Thank you for having some time. Really looking forward to you coming to Portland. I want to ask, this tour was announced back in October. What was the inspiration for a Christmas tour on this year in particular?
Well, I love doing Christmas music. I made a Christmas album, A Legendary Christmas, back in 2018. And since then, I've been on The Voice almost every December since then. And so I hadn't had a chance to tour with the album since I released it back in 2018. And I'm not on this season of The Voice. I'll be back in season 27. And so I thought it would be cool to use this free time I have in December to finally be able to tour this album again. And I love playing this music. It's so fun and festive, and it's just a great night for me and for my band and for everybody who comes to join us. I think we're going to have so much fun, and I'm excited to finally come back to Portland. It's been a while.
Yeah, I was going to say, coming back to the Northwest, and obviously, there's some Northwest ties here, but, what is it that you enjoy about coming to Portland and being up here?
Well, it's such a great city, and I feel like people really love music and love coming together to celebrate, and it's a festive time of year. It's a time when we can all connect with each other, enjoy the music, enjoy the holiday, and it's really going to be a fun tour.
Now, you mentioned that this is the first time that you're off from The Voice, over this amount of time. You could take a break, but obviously that's not something. It's not something that you seem to do very well. So when you're out on tour like this, do you have time to get out and explore the cities that you're at, or is it mostly just get ready for the next show, go on tour, and stay doing that?
I try to explore, and I try to find great places to eat. I co-founded an app called It's Good, and one of our goals with It's Good is to share all the places we love, food-wise, and bars and restaurants, and so I'm making my mission to find some good places in every city where I'm visiting. So I'm looking forward to finding some great places to eat while I'm in Portland.
I like that. What inspired you to, just now that I know that, I want to ask what inspired you to get into tech, to get into writing an app? Or creating.
Well, my co-founder's name is Mike Rosenthal, and we're really good friends. Our wives are really good friends as well, and we travel together. We vacation together sometimes, and we always were the list keepers in our crew. So whenever anyone was like, "Hey, I'm going to Chicago. What's a good place to eat?" I'd be like, "Oh, I've got a few places I've been to that I love." And so we were always the list keeper in the group. And so we decided we should make it easy for people to share their recommendations with each other. And what I love about It's Good is that it's all positive. It's not people hating on restaurants that they don't like. It's just people celebrating what they do like. So when I'm in Portland, I'll definitely check out some places and hopefully add something to It's Good.
There should be some pretty good places. If you need recommendations, yeah, I bet we can hook you up with some of those. Well, talking about that, your tour, and you mentioned, the positivity of it. So for people who are coming out to see the show, what's the experience that you want them to have coming out to see a John Legend Christmas show?
Well, what I love about the show is it's really nostalgic. It's about remembering, the Christmases we grew up on, all the songs that we've loved over the years. My Christmas album has a lot of covers of some of the Christmas classics, in addition to a few original songs that I wrote. But it's really about the nostalgia, the really wonderful memories that we've had with our families over the years, and celebrating all of that.
Nice. Something else that I know that you've done in your career, and I wanted to ask you this because you've duetted with a lot of people. You perform with a lot of people. Do you have a list in your head of maybe dream people to perform with or record with that you have yet to do that with?
I don't really maintain a list in my head, but I will say I've been asked this question a lot over the years, and I usually have said some combination of Beyonce, Adele, Kendrick Lamar. These are three artists that I really love that I haven't done a record with yet. And I've done a record with a lot of people.
I was going to say, yeah.
So, yeah, I would love to do records with them, but there are always new artists coming along that I'm checking out and I'm excited about too. So, I'm always an open collaborator because I love the idea of people bringing different energies together and creating something new that they wouldn't have been able to do without each other. And so my career has been built on that, and I'll continue to do that as much as I can.
Well, talking about your career, there's new artists coming out, but we're coming up on a 20th anniversary for you. That's a pretty big one. So looking back at your career, and where you were 20 years ago, could you have ever imagined that you're at this level? I mean, you're an EGOT winner. So, I mean, number one right there, that's pretty impressive. But, could you see your career lining up that way back then?
Well, I had no idea what an EGOT was back then. I had never even conceived of it. And, I released Get Lifted December 28th, my 26th birthday, back in 2004. And I was excited to release it, but I didn't know what was going to happen. I'd already had a little bit of buzz before the album would come out, but what really made the album take off was the success of Ordinary People as the second single. And that song really connected with people, and it really kind of established my career and really made a name for me early in my career. And so it's really cool to look back on that now, celebrate 20 years of Get Lifted, and we're releasing a special 20th anniversary edition of the album, and it features some really cool remixes with some newer artists and some artists that I've loved over the years, artists like Thames and Simi. Killer Mike is on the album, Lil Wayne's on the album, Black Thought from The Roots is on the album, and we've remixed some of the classics from Get Lifted and given them a new kind of reinterpretation, a new spin. And I'm excited for people to hear that, but also just to celebrate 20 years of a career that's, gone far beyond my wildest dreams as far as what I was looking for in a career.
I love that, and we just had Killer Mike on just a couple of weeks ago, so I'm definitely excited to hear that.
Love Killer Mike, and he's awesome. On the record with me, Lil Wayne, and Killer Mike together on the same record, so that's pretty exciting.
That's pretty great. Well, looking at the career, where you're at now, if you could give one piece of advice, maybe to somebody who's just starting out, or even yourself back then, what would the piece of advice be?
Well, someone asked me this today at the airport when I was flying back from Atlanta. And I said the most important thing is something we already talked about, is being a good collaborator. That means picking great people to work with, but also being a good partner in the room so that you're humble enough to know that you can listen to other people's ideas, but also confident enough to know that you have something to contribute. And so being a great collaborator, I think, has been a big key to my success in my career. And that was the advice I gave to somebody at the airport today when they asked me the exact same question.
Really? Oh, dang it. See, I thought that was a good one. I don't know how often you must...
I think it's a great question, and I'm glad I can share it with the folks in Portland, too.
Shout out to the person at the airport for thinking of a good question, too. Do you get approached a lot at the airport for advice?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I fly a lot, and most of my flights are commercial. So I'm in the airport, and I see people all around the country, all around the world, and people come up and say hello and want to take a picture, and I'm all good with all that. I feel really grateful for everything that my career has brought me, and feel really grateful when people come up to me and tell me that my music has meant a lot to them.
That's awesome. Well, John, grateful for you to have some time to talk to us. Congratulations on the tour. Really, really appreciate it. And, yeah, thanks for being here with us. I'm looking forward to seeing this and to having you here in Portland. So it's going to be great.
I'm excited to come back. It's been too long, and I'm looking forward to celebrating Christmas.
I've got a couple of coworkers here who had a message
What's
for you.
that sign say back there?
It says we love you, John.
Oh, okay. Love you guys. Take care.
Bye.
He said he loves you guys too. Thanks, John.
Take care.
Talk to you later. All right, huge thank you to John Legend for joining, also to Bonnie and Bria for participating there in the background, and everybody for watching this show. So don't forget, you can share this episode from our YouTube channel or at kptv.com or the Fox 12 Oregon app. So all great places to catch everything that we do, and we cover a wide range of topics. As I mentioned, we've got more coming up throughout the afternoon. We are live here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, as we are every weekday, starting around 1 p.m. But big thanks to John Legend. So December 9th at the Moda Center, a John Legend Christmas. That is when you can watch him here in person. And really, again, thanks to John for being here for part of the show. So we will talk to you soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.